Man Boxing Talk. Roundtable.
Okay.
We back.
All right, first we're going to talk about this. No, we're going to get Edwin out of the way right now. Let's get Edwin out of the way.
Yeah, Edwin, appreciate you for always commenting, leaving those long-ass comments.
Yep.
I do read them.
Mm-hmm.
And I promised that we would respond. So
okay, at Batman Boxing Talk. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely my guy. I've been patient. I don't want to read all the stuff where you giving us our props. Thank you for giving us our props. But he said, Brandon, we need you and the fellas to chop it up about the Canelo what's that, Beaver?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the Triple G, it's almost done. That's what Edwin said. I don't care for the Triple G fight personally because it does nothing for Canelo. Do you agree?
Not a damn thing.
Do you agree? Alan, do you agree?
Triple G still fighting?
Hey, I mean, if you want to break it down like that, we can talk in between.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm breaking it down.
I think it's a lose-lose. If he beat the shit out of Triple G, they're gonna say he had 3 fights. Triple G was old. If the
we can't. Well, I gotta read it through because you taking up some Edwin's points.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Edwin, he made those for those legitimate points. He said, I don't care for Triple G fight personally because I really think it does nothing for Canelo. And I see this time around Canelo stops him in about 6 rounds. Canelo has been consistently fighting top guys, improving and getting physically stronger, while Triple G has been hibernating and fighting, I think he said B-level fighters, and I would say D-level fighters almost, at best. I thought haters will say that he's too old, but those same people keep bringing up the fact that they thought Triple G was robbed in the first fight.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that was what, 5
years ago? They say this would keep they would keep hating no matter what. And he said no matter what Canelo does. So Canelo KOing Triple G will then I just lost it. KO Triple G it will be fun to watch. And I hope to see Canelo Kirkland. Canelo on Kirkland soon.
Unless he's saying that he probably saying that that's how the knockout gonna be.
Oh,
is the way that Canelo stopped James Kirkland.
Oh, okay.
So he probably saying that's what it's gonna look like.
Well, Edwin, like I said, thanks because you always, you always leaving comments and you always support us, so we really appreciate it. And you make some valid points. I have nothing to say wrong about what you said about Triple G. Canelo, like Brandon was saying, is not going to get any credit whatsoever for stopping this goddamn, like I said, this old man at this time. Triple G, as all he's been doing is fighting, like you say B-level fighters, I say C-D-level fighters, to wait for a Canelo fight. I think that's his swan song. He wants to go out. He wants a big payday. He wants to fight Canelo.
Payday.
Yep. You want payday. Yep. So he wants to go. And now,
I know that.
Yep. And see, and one thing you said, Brandon, so I'm going to let you say it. See, y'all talk that shit. Even Triple G, even talk that shit. Now, yep. Knock, knock, motherfucker. Who is it? It's Canelo.
King Nello now.
Yep.
Undisputed.
Yep.
Nello.
Canelo. Yep. Bring your ass on up to 168. You've been hollering and hollering. I didn't want to fight you a third time, but since they put this deal on the table, I am going to beat your ass.
Well, wait a minute, because I'm sitting here trying to figure out why. I guess trilogy. That's the word. Mm-hmm. That's the big word because of the Fury and Wilder fight. Possibly they want to say, okay, let's make that happen.
Yeah, but those fights happened within 2 years of each other, and we had COVID.
Yeah. I don't want to see. But
I
mean,
fight
the
was
question,
2016, 17. It's been fucking 5 years.
I think it's been longer than that.
But what about Canelo Beeple though? Because I don't think you don't want to see Triple G.
I definitely want to see Triple G.
This is my thing.
Like I'm like, why these two?
For the Beeple.
Is this the zone?
The zone.
This is what the zone is offering. Mm-hmm. And you know why I think so? It's because when they offered when Triple G got that contract, part of his contract was like stock in the company and all this other shit. So they signed Triple G and Canelo with the intentions of making the third fight.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in defense of, and I'm not, of course we know I'm a Canelo fan, but in defense of Canelo, like motherfucker, Y'all rant and raved and said I wouldn't come fight this motherfucker. I came and fight him. Came and fought him. We got a draw. I rematched him. I beat his ass and did because we was cool before the first fight. Mm-hmm. Then when you felt like when you knew you really got your ass beat and motherfucker said it was a draw, now you start doing all this extra shit, fight Mexican stuff. So I stood in the middle of the ring, beat that ass, and now all of a sudden you still crying. Fuck you.
And I know it's people out there, like you said, it's the haters out there, and a lot of them think that Triple G won both fights. But you know what the record says? It says it's a draw. It says it's a loss.
Right, well,
I'm talking about for Triple G. Yeah. It says it's a draw and it's a loss. And even if you sit there, look, even if for the people who think that Triple G, because some people, it's like I said, it's all a matter of opinion. Mm-hmm. Okay. Far as like I said,
that's a matter of fact.
No, I'm saying no. I'm talking about far as the people and what we think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it is factual that it was a draw and a loss for Triple G. Mm-hmm. But some people say, the first fight was like a draw, but Triple G definitely won the second fight. Why are you not thinking about the whole, like I said, the concept?
Right.
He lost the narrative of the fight when he asked that man to fight Mexican style, and his ass didn't fight Mexican style. Yeah. Yeah. Canelo stood in the middle of the ring. You the big puncher. You the man. You knocking out everybody. You didn't knock me out last time.
Right.
Because I guess you said I was moving too much. So I'm standing right here.
Candyman.
Yep.
Yep. Candyman.
Right here. And had your ass folding in the late half of that fight. Had you folding to those body shots. Your ass is going the fuck out if he fights you for a third time.
And a lot of people like to say, oh, you a Canelo fanboy, or you a Canelo this, or you a Canelo that. I'm a fan of Canelo because real recognize real. And when I look at Canelo, I see a real motherfucker. Like, from the loss to Floyd Mayweather, no excuses. I think he even said, I don't know how the judge got a draw. When he fought Canelo and they gave him a draw. Yeah. No excuses. Went back to the fucking drawing board, took the Angulo fight, then when was on the path of trying to rebuild and get better, Lara started talking that shit. He took the Lara fight. Lara was the best at the division. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Oh no, he was.
About no Demetrius, Andrade, or none of that shit.
No. It was Lara at that time.
Erislandy Lara was the best fighter at the division.
At that time.
Floyd Mayweather was the best fighter at welterweight. Lara was the best fighter at 154. And then Triple G was the best fighter at 160. What else do y'all want the man to do?
Fuck that, man. I don't want to see the Triple G shit. And I don't understand why the zone... Andre because Andre joined the zone for the same reason. He figured he could get either the Triple G fight.
I think a lot of them did. Daniel Jacobs
fight. Yeah.
Triple G, all the motherfuckers went to the zone chasing Canelo, which is what I said. What? Don't do.
Yeah. You should
pave your own way.
Yeah. That's why even though his manager, David Benavidez' manager, is saying different shit than David Benavidez is actually saying. But David Benavidez is saying, if he ain't fighting me, then damn it, we need to fight. Like, the Andre fight is a good fight.
Bro, how many times and y'all a witness, Canelo don't want to fight the PBC guys? Bro, boxing is a business before anything. Before the training and all that other shit, those people that pay these guys are thinking about their bottom line. So when people say, oh, Canelo ducked this person, David Benavidez, Doug Andrade. David Benavidez probably don't give a fuck who they put in the ring again on the opposite. Scarface don't give a fuck.
Well, actually, he said after this fight against, he beats Lemieux. After he fights Lemieux, he said, I need to concentrate on Lemieux. But I think that
I'm gonna beat his ass.
Yeah, he said, I think that Andre is the best fight after that because he's all for the Charlo shit because Charlo ain't gonna fight him.
But that's what I'm saying, like.
And I think oh my God, Charlo, man.
Why are you thinking about that, right? Mm-hmm. This is how I know it's a hate thing, right? And I'm not saying it as far as race. I'm just saying motherfuckers don't like Canelo. Fuck the race shit. As soon as it was reported that Canelo had took the DAZN deal, the first narrative was, oh, he ducked Charlo. Da, 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 da. As soon as Eddie Reynoso said, "Hold on, we ain't made no decision." Oh, yeah. It's that gives me the whole Devin Haney feel. It's like, what's the big fuss and saying, "Oh, that person ducked me." Who the fuck cares? Like, only thing I give a fuck about is when y'all get in that motherfucking ring and y'all mano y mano.
Well, but the only problem, like I said, with the Devin Haney shit is, man, there ain't nobody fighting him. Man. Now, I mean, you can say what you want, man, but look, nobody's fighting that damn boy, man. Nobody's fighting.
Like I said, at the end of the day, I told you what my uncle told me. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do in the sport of boxing. I can do the talking. I can make it look like whatever the fuck I want it to look like. We don't know what the fuck Bill Haney doing behind the scenes in these fucking contracts. We don't. Yeah, he could come out all day and say they ain't make the fight happen. They ain't make the. A lot of people not in the social media all day long to try to prove shit to nobody. Mm-hmm. So who the fuck knows what happened?
Boy. Like I said, all I know they ain't fighting. Like I said, we don't know, but all I do know is that they're not fighting.
And like I said, who knows what the reason is?
Yeah,
it's just like people saying, "Fucking Canelo was ducking CHARLO," but shit, what's going on? If he turning down deals, Canelo ain't gonna come out and be like, "No, I did it." No, Canelo don't give a fuck. I'm gonna move on to the next duck. You turned the deal down. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Fights,
it's
I mean,
funny. I don't want to hear anybody talk about CHARLO, or Canelo ducking CHARLO now, because I've heard, and I'm not, putting nobody out there, but I've heard on,
multiple
occasions when he was when they thought, and it wasn't no DAZN deal on the table, and they thought that CHARLO fight was going to be signed. All I heard is, why now? Because y'all were scared. You knew, because Canelo was knocking on that boy's door, that his ass was in trouble.
Candyman.
Yep. I knew his ass is in trouble. So it was like, why now? Why does he want to fight CHARLO now? All y'all was talking about was he didn't want to fight CHARLO. He didn't want to fight CHARLO. Then when the deal was almost on the table, like I said, then y'all was like, why now? Why is Canelo deciding to fight CHARLO now? Why does he want CHARLO to come up to 168? All of this other shit, because he's the number one draw in boxing. I don't know if he's the number one draw in boxing, because goddamn, what's that boy? The damn little YouTube boy out-earned him last year.
Yeah, but that's earning. That's everything.
Yeah.
As far as in the ring?
Yeah, in the ring, yeah. In the ring, number one draw in boxing, and you going to do the fuck he say. And you already turned down one deal. And your brother said that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you, like what I tell you, Alan, when you have made your, a great percentage of your career off of this guy's running from me, and then this guy knocking at your motherfucking door.
Same shit Pacquiao did. Same shit a lot of these fighters doing. Like I said,
then when that motherfucker knock at your door, and you really gotta fight him, then. And you like this, can I beat him? Then you start to wonder this shit. Look, I call Brandon out all day.
You know why?
But then when Brandon come knock on the goddamn door, yeah, Tony, rehab is over.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, so come on outside.
Let's work.
Let's work.
No. Y'all saying this
no. Why now? Look, why now?
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, the minute people thought Canelo had turned down the CHARLO deal, it went from why now CHARLO to he's ducking CHARLO. But the difference between Canelo, and I'm going back to a phrase that I don't know where the fuck that phrase came from either, but it was a phrase that I said when we first started this channel. Canelo didn't skip the line. He didn't skip the line. Skip the grind and jump the line.
Yeah.
That motherfucker went through the grind.
Yeah.
And now he's at the top, where a lot of these guys are trying to they're trying to talk their way into a huge fight. They're trying to talk clout around their names, where now all of a sudden it's Cap, that's Cap, this is Cap, he capping. Who gives a fuck?
You know what?
Sit the fuck down, hash out the fucking details, because I really don't give a fuck who make what. None of the shit coming to my pocket. I don't give two fucks. Yeah. Sit the fuck down. Stop thinking everybody's a motherfucking superstar, because y'all aren't. And if you really believe that you can beat this person, take a fair deal. Well, CHARLO.
Yeah, but I don't mean to cut you off, but I will say this. because we talked about it, last, and we talked about Devin Haney, and I will say this about what you said. When you come out and say, okay, I'll take what y'all gave Lomachenko, then that means that, like you said, it could mean that you were pricing yourself the fuck out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which means
so therefore, like they like this, man. You tripping? We're not gonna pay you that. You know what I'm saying? Like this, but so.
And
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I want Devin Haney to get the goddamn fight. George Kambosos said that, damn it, he wanted to fight Devin Haney, and then all of the shit changed.
Wait. Let me ask this, because quite honestly, I don't just give Devin Haney that fight over Kambosos. I do.
I mean,
you do?
I don't know, man. I'm not doubting Crocodile Dundee no more. I did it enough.
I am. I give Devin.
We all agreed that Lopez was the best lightweight at the time when they fought
because he had the belt. That's what
I know, not because he had the belt, because he beat the best lightweight at the time, which was Lomachenko. Yeah. So it ain't just because he had the belt; it's because he had put the proof in. He also had beat Richard Comey.
Yeah.
He also had beat Nakatani.
And quite honestly,
so no, it ain't because he had the belt.
No, that's what y'all said. I said, damn it, because I said, okay, because he got the belts, he the man. That's it. I wasn't necessarily sure.
This is why, to me, like everybody gonna have their opinion about the franchise this or that. At the end of the day,
franchise shit. That's why I say it. That's why I didn't bring up Undisputed, because when me and you talked about that shit, and like you said, we came to a thing of it's not going to be Undisputed if somebody keeps the franchise belt.
And not only that, if Kambosos fights Lomachenko, right, and keep in mind, Lomachenko said, "I don't give a fuck. I'm here to fight. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, they even put a 2-fight deal, and they said Bob Arum don't give
whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. I want to fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I respect that.
Right. Yeah.
I can't respect Devin Haney trying to do all of this extra shit, and then the minute a motherfucker don't just concede to what the fuck you want, now all of a sudden they ducking. No, making deals work both ways. Both fighters gotta concede, and in this particular time, George Kambosos has every belt. I don't give a fuck what they say about Devin Haney being a WBC champion. You know why? Because if George Kambosos wins, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna vacate that WBC belt, and fucking Ryan Garcia is gonna fight for it, or somebody else is gonna fight for it. And guess what we gonna have? The same situation all over again. With somebody being a fucking franchise champion.
If they keep the franchise belt, you will have no Undisputed. That's it. Because you're still gonna have the same goddamn thing. Because they do not look, even though they say he is, the Undisputed champion, it is not in the record books as him being the Undisputed champion in the full belt era. It is not in the record books. You only have like Canelo.
Talking about Kambosos.
Yeah, Kambosos. He is not in the record books as a full belt champion. He is, like I said, he's not considered undisputed. But in order for him to be undisputed, or Devin Haney to be undisputed, or Lomachenko, like I said, or any of them to fight for all the goddamn belts, they would have to say, fuck the franchise belt. I don't even want that. I want all these belts. Then I'm undisputed. But the minute, like you said, they vacate that goddamn belt, have somebody else fight for it, then they're going to say, you're not undisputed. I have this belt. And so therefore, it doesn't matter.
The WBA did the same shit when they supposedly was clearing up all of these belts, and they was making all of the WBC regular champions fight the super champions. When Daniel Jacobs fought Triple G, people probably don't know this, but he was the regular WBA champion. They made him fight Triple G because they were supposedly combining these belts to have one champion.
Right.
As soon as Triple G won that shit, you know what they did? They vacated the fucking regular belt, and John Ryder or somebody, Murado or somebody fought for the shit.
Yeah, Murado.
So they keep doing this shit and make it seem like they condensing these belts,
making money,
and then they just redoing this shit all over again.
It's all about making money.
So I mean, like I said, for me, I don't need to see a belt. I know Teofimo beat Loma, and I know George Kambosos beat fucking Teofimo. Fucking Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson, and then I watch Holyfield beat Buster Douglas, and then I watch Bo beat Holyfield.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what they said Lennox Lewis was. He didn't beat the champion. So to me, George Kambosos is the guy. And if you want his spot, then you need to concede to what the fuck he want and beat his ass.
Absolutely.
Like I said, to me, the person that looks like they're doing that It's Lomachenko.
Okay. I mean,
Not a motherfucker that's what do you want? I don't care what he want. As long as he ain't asking for an astronomical and it don't seem like he is, make the fucking deal. Beat his ass.
Yeah.
You think Usyk cry? Joshua want to rematch clause? No, he's the man. He's the undisputed champion of the world. I just have to beat his ass twice. Simple as that.
The one thing, like I said, all I heard from, Devin Haney is that, I'm talking about from Devin Haney, not his father, because I'm going to go to his father to show you the difference of what I heard. From Devin Haney, like, it's whatever to make the fight, right? It's whatever to make the fight. Bill Haney started talking that shit, and this is when I think it kind of went left, when he started talking that shit. We need to get off of the fact that it has to be in Australia.
Like I said.
Done.
He's the... Guess
Exactly.
See, watch this.
Yeah.
Did Kambosos cry when Teofimo wanted to fight in his backyard in New York?
No.
He came over here. He fought against the odds. He beat that man in his hometown.
Yeah.
So guess what? Go to if you want to be the man.
Exactly.
Australia.
Go to Australia.
Yeah.
Did Earl complain when Kell Brook wanted to fight in Sheffield? No.
Exactly.
Did Terrence Crawford complain when Ricky Burns wanted to fight? No.
Exactly.
Did fucking Regis Prograis complain when Josh Taylor wanted? No. You want to be the man, you have to concede some things.
Oh, yeah.
Just like I'm saying this, I try to be as consistent as possible. Terrence Crawford got to concede if the fight gets made, because regardless, even if Ugas get the belts, it's like shit, nigga, I got 3 belts.
And
I beat Earl.
He beat Earl. I'm telling you, that's gonna be a problem, because Crawford gonna be like, I'm a bigger draw than you, and bullshit.
Well, he is.
He is. But again,
then Ugas, yeah. But when you talk about I beat Earl, damn it, and I got all these belts, you gonna have to concede something.
If you want the belts, if you want to cry and say, well, nah, I'm the big... Earl can do that. You know why? Because he got 2 belts and he got the pay-per-view numbers. So it is what it is. But guess what? If he really want to fight, guess what he got to do?
Concede.
He got to fucking concede something.
Yeah. Because, like I said, I don't really care about, we talk about the politics because it's part of boxing and it's part of what making us sick of boxing at this time. But like you said, bottom line, if these fighters want the fights, they have to concede. When Bill Haney, I think he lost the deal with Kambosos when he was talking that shit. Now, Devin Haney, I've only heard Devin Haney say that we'll do whatever. If he wants to fight in Australia, we'll go to Australia. Right? Kambosos put up what he said. Your boy said that he would go to Jupiter to fight me.
I'll go to Jupiter.
Yep, that's what he said. And your boy said that. And then you sitting there talking about, well, I think, because it's only like, we need to go to a place where who's giving the most money and all that.
But guess what? You're not the A side.
Exactly.
In my book, you not. I don't give a fuck what.
That's your point.
What Devin Haney make it? It ain't like this shit on pay-per-view.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the point.
I think that's
when he opened his mouth and said that, because they was, it was under the impression George Kambosos shut that down. That that they was. He said by the end of the end of the month or whatever, we'll be at full capacity. He said, so that's out. What you're talking about, because they were saying that they was only at half capacity there. You know what I'm saying? He said by the end of the month. I don't give a fuck
if they at 25% capacity. If that man is the unified 4-belt champion, 5 if you include Ring Magazine, he is the guy. You want his spot.
So you gotta go. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, everything we're hearing is from Haney's camp. We're not hearing much from camp.
It's always that way.
Well, from the very beginning though. From the very beginning, from when because Kambosos first he came out and like rebuffed Lou DiBella when Lou DiBella said, well, we ain't gotta fight Haney. Then it comes out that they was trying to make a deal with Ryan Garcia. That comes out that they was trying to make a deal with Ryan Garcia, even after the Haney thing. Not George Kambosos, but Lou DiBella and them. And like Golden Boy, whatever. They was trying to make a deal with Ryan Garcia. And I don't think that his ass deserves shit.
I don't think he deserved it either. But like I said, if a motherfucker is willing to come and say, what you got for me? Cool, let's go. Why do you expect for me to fucking concede to the shit that you saying, when even if I beat you, I don't win shit? George Kambosos don't win shit.
He don't win shit beating Lomachenko either.
That's the whole point. But so why not win shit and take a motherfucker that's willing to make a deal?
I mean, a champion has everything to lose, so that's why the champion should get the lion's share. Period. I mean,
well, I don't know if it was like a lion's share thing. I not just think that because the way they were talking from Ambos's camp, it was coming back that I think Devin Haney and them was asking for too much money. And the way that, like you said, Devin Haney responded to the Lomachenko thing, talk about, I'll take what y'all gave Lomachenko, then that means that he probably was asking for too much money. They probably were saying that you're not going to be able to get that if we're fighting in Australia. I think that's why, and this just is speculation on my part, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, I think that's why Bill Haney was trying to push that narrative where, you know, Eddie Hearn got connections in the Middle East and all that other stuff, and they can get bigger money, you know, elsewhere and stuff like that. But no, Brandon, what I'm saying is, what we all said when that man beat Teofimo Lopez, and he said, I want my next fight in Australia. Everybody, all of us sitting here said
he deserves to do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
He deserves to do whatever the fuck he wants to do. And if Bill Haney tried to start negotiating, or even Eddie Hearn tried to start negotiating away from Australia, then it's y'all fault that y'all don't have a fucking fight. It should have been always Australia. Okay. So I'm asking for $3 million. You gonna get $7 million. Well, we not gonna be able to pay you $3 million in Australia. Okay, we only gonna be able to pay you 1.5 in Australia. Okay, 1.5 in Australia to fight for all of them goddamn belts. That's all it should have been.
He was trying to stick Gary Russell to 1.5 to fight for a regular, just the WBC. Yeah. Why you can't take the 1.5 to go beat the man?
Those were just numbers. Do not run and say that those were the numbers. Right. And but I was just throwing out numbers to say if that's the way it went. You know, because you didn't want to take this because you couldn't get it if y'all fought in Australia, then that's your fault. That this fight did not happen.
It makes you question whether
Clark is the man,
be a champion,
and I'm here, and I think I can beat Clark. As long as you're not fucking paying me some $100,000 shit to fight for all the belts, I don't give a fuck if it's 1.5, $2 million. Guess what? Let's go.
Goddamn,
because once I beat your ass, then y'all same shit Cambosis did. Yeah. Whatever the purse bid, I don't give a fuck. Cool. When I beat your ass, I'm calling the shots. And guess what? He beat Teofimo ass, and he deserved to do what the fuck he want to do. And if you want to beat his ass, then you concede to what he want. And then if you beat his ass, then you call the shots.
Right. Devin, if you don't get the fucking fight, do what you said you was gonna do.
Didn't Canelo have to concede something to get the Caleb Plant fight?
Yeah, a lot of shit he had to concede, and he the A side. Oh, Billy Joe signed on the ring size, and then decided last minute. I guess he was trying to play some head tricks.
But like you said, Eddie, you have it.
I don't have time for the bullshit. Give him what he want.
If you really want it, you go get it. And I mean, Canelo wanted to be undisputed, so he actually gave guys. Because he didn't have to, but he wanted the belts.
Y'all are negotiating. Y'all are negotiating yourself out of top positions in the sport. The greatest who ever did it, far as like money wise, Floyd Mayweather took took less money to fight Arturo Gotti because Gotti was a bigger draw at that time. Gave De La Hoya everything he wanted. From the glove size, ring size, everything he wanted because Floyd wanted to be the man and he believed in himself. I beat you, then you have to come see me.
Shakur Stevenson, same thing with Jamil Hearn.
Yep.
Whatever he want.
Yep.
I'm gonna whoop his ass and then I'm gonna be able to do what the fuck I want to do. With Oscar Valdez, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Sign the fight. I don't care. It is what it is.
Yeah. Bob said, look, man. He told Oscar Valdez, I know you don't want to fight him, right? He said, but look, with this Terrence Crawford shit on my ass and this Sue shit, look, you got to fight that boy. He said I was hiding you. I can't hide you.
Adam, you got a new phone?
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Look at what Canelo's guarantee was against Floyd. Wasn't more than probably $5 million, $6 million.
Yeah.